on, all you funky flapjacks. My name is Mason.
And I'm Alex.
And welcome to Fuck You Fantasy Football.
To fantasy.
Oh, it's so hard to do this right now, Alex. It is so incredibly hard to do this podcast right now.
Yeah.
We're just going to go straight in. I'm a little melancholy. I'm going to try and keep my energy up, but this is about the last thing in the world I want to be doing
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah, man. I followed along with you last night. I personally, if there's any sort of kind of satisfaction you can get from this, I think it's the most unlucky thing I've ever seen in fantasy football ever.
Oh yeah.
Ever.
It is. It's the most painful loss I've ever had. I literally just sat up. I couldn't go to bed last night. I was so distraught. I was just like, I had to distract myself from just being angry at the world. And I know this is just fantasy football, but man, we put so much fucking time into it, and we do this podcast 4 days a week, and you just, you pour your heart and soul into it, and I lost 139.6 to 139.5. And that hurts. That hurts because there were so many opportunities for a W last night. I had Harrison Butker and I had Devonta Smith, and Devonta Smith goes down at the 1 yard line instead of just catching the ball normally and getting the touchdown.
Yeah, why did he have to go to the ground? It was so weird.
Don't know. And then turnovers by the Chiefs in the red zone, multiple of them that would have been at field goals if not just
a touchdown and extra point.
One extra point. They go for it on fourth, and then they turn the ball over. Travis Kelce fumbles it. It was just
Travis Kelce drops
and then Marquez Valdez-Scantling dropped an open fucking pass that would have led to a touchdown or a field goal.
Justin Watson. It would have been a touchdown, and which would have been an extra point. Justin Watson. Even that last fourth down, it went right through Justin Watson's hands. No. Also, why is Justin Watson getting 9 targets?
No, yeah.
It
was I was gonna try and get on here and just be like, but I just don't have the energy because it's just I'm so destroyed by this, and it makes it almost impossible for me to make the playoffs too. But we also have Sacco rules, so I have to keep trying, which sucks because I'm now 4-7 and only 2 games out of being in last place. But I'm also only 3 games out of being in first place, or 4 games out.
Yeah, it's pretty tight. But
ESPN's given me 2% chance to make the playoffs, so the likelihood of me making it is very small. I could afford to lose 2 games, and those are both run dry now. So if I lose one more, I'm 100% eliminated.
Yeah, you got to go, because what are there, 4 more games left?
4 more weeks, and I have to win them all, which crazier things have happened, but the likelihood is not good because the teams I'm playing are the 2 teams that I just lost to are 2 of the worst teams. Mm-hmm. And so I'm about to play my wife, who has the most points for in our league by about 150. Yeah. So the likelihood of me winning that game is also not good. And she's plummeted from grades too, which sucks. So neither one of us are going to probably take on this guy.
Oh, her team's loaded. Her team's so loaded.
But she's 5-4 or 5-6 now. It's like, Christ. She still has a decent chance because her team is good.
It's just loaded, yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what the numbers say, but
yeah. Jeez, man. Well, if it makes you feel better, my rant is about why are these NFL paid wide receivers literally Marquez Valdez-Scantling gets $30 million to play football. $30 million is his contract. And he can't do the thing that he's getting paid to do, which is receive the football that he gets paid $30 million to do. He cannot do. What the freaking heck, dude?
Yeah, I'm just in a state of shock today about how the product of the NFL this year has been so piss poor. I'm just fucking over it, man. Yeah. I'm so tired of players and coaches being bad at their jobs or being wildly mediocre. I'm just so frustrated because, and obviously refs are always terrible. I'm just so over it, and it's infuriating to lose by that, especially when like my team just plays up and plays down, but then always finds a way to lose somehow, and it is call annoying.
But yeah, so it's not even just the Chiefs. Like think about with Baker this past week. Baker throws a dime to Otten in the red zone, in the end zone, and he misses it, and then he does it again to I want to say it was Godwin, and he doesn't catch it. So he had 2 drops in the end zone. Think about the Chiefs right now, right? They're 7-3. If the Tony catch that goes right here and bounces through his hands and goes to pick 6, they win that game if he doesn't make that drop.
Yeah, that was week 1 against the Lions, wasn't it?
Yeah, and then when they played the Broncos, Sky Moore, right here, drop. That would have won the game for the Chiefs.
Oh yeah,
and then the Marquez Valdes-Scantling drop. But they would be 10-0 if their receivers could catch footballs.
Well, maybe they should invest a little bit more in their wide receivers.
Yeah, they gave $30 million to Valdes-Scantling, so they're investing in it. Second-round pick Rashee Rice, second-round pick Sky Moore, $30 million Valdes-Scantling. They're investing. They just aren't getting anything out of them.
What I'm saying is maybe they need to put a first-round talent on their roster or go get a first-round talent. Like, what do you
win a Super Bowl without last year, so let's see how it plays out, but
but it'd be nice to have that buffer.
Yeah.
Because when they had Tyreek Hill, they got there once and won once. And
they're 1-0 without him there. So I don't know. Like their defense is elite because they don't have to pay Tyreek. So I gotta see it play out. We gotta see it play out.
I also like. What do you think? Do you think T. Higgins ends up on that team?
No.
I don't think he would.
They're kind of in cap hell right now. Like they don't really have any cap space, but for good reason because they have probably the best defensive player in the league and the best offensive player in the league. So that they got to pay. So that's a big reason why they don't have any cap space. But the cap space that they did have, to give them Marcus Valdes-Scantling.
Yeah,
I can't do what he's supposed to do.
Well, that's. I mean, it's like you said, it's a problem all over the league.
It's everyone.
Keenan Allen dropped how many touchdown passes yesterday?
Absolutely. Cooper Kupp lost the ball in the air and he didn't come out with the touchdown pass. Watching the Panthers, Jonathan Mingo can't catch the freaking ball. It's everywhere. And the teams that are doing really well with it that don't look good anywhere else. The Eagles are not putting a good product on the field as far as the way they look, but they're doing all the things that you're supposed to do, and that's what's winning games. They catch the ball. They don't commit a lot of penalties. They protect your quarterback. Like,
I'm not super mad at Devonta Smith because that was an incredible catch and it won them the game, and that's just terrible luck for me. But he was pretty good yesterday. All things
excellent. He's
and great if he just wasn't 160 pounds and fall over when he catches the ball. But
man, I had him in a prop bet, and I had him anytime touchdown. That killed me too. So, okay. But
yeah, so that sucks. But that's fantasy football for you, isn't it?
Yeah, I also had a free bet, which I've never even seen before. I got a free $50 bet that I got in the middle of the game, and the over-under was 43.5, and I put the over. And if Valdes-Scantling catches that ball, I hit the over.
Oh,
so terrible. All right, let's.
Yeah. Everyone said that was supposed to be the game of the week, and it was the Super Bowl rematch, and it just was such a fucking disappointment. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I mean, I thought both defenses looked good, but man, if the Chiefs just executed, like they were the better team on the field.
Oh, absolutely, they should have won that game.
Yeah, they just had to execute.
But their wide receivers have flipper hands.
And I mean, just Travis Kelce, so uncharacteristic turnovers. Like
all of them. Anyone who catches the ball, flipper hands. Ugh.
Yeah, I'm just talking about the fumble. But I can't remember the last time Travis Kelce fumbled the ball. It's wild. All right, let's go into waiver wires, which are also kind of it's just the same. Like it's the same
fucking same.
Yeah. So I think
it's the same people we keep saying, and they're still there.
Right. Well, so let's just get through running backs.
I'm just disappointed in fantasy football and in football in general today. So just sad and mad, and I'm in this. I don't know what stage of grief I'm in right now. I can't tell.
I think it's acceptance,
or maybe it might be.
Because acceptance is when you're like here she goes. Like, all right, that's just
I was so mad last night. I'm still mad, but I'm just like, whatever. Which is terrible for podcasting. So I'm trying to get some energy.
Get some energy up.
Well, let's do. What do you want to do? Running backs?
Yeah, let's just go ahead and get Charbonnet out of the way because this is by far.
2.6% owned.
Yeah, and he's
doing, man.
He's going to be everybody in the entire world is going to be the number one. If he's in your league, he's going to be the number one waiver wire ads. There's not really a lot to talk about. We literally talked about it last week. He started out snapping Walker. And if Walker went down, this dude is a top 10 running back in the league. We literally said it multiple times last week. And what happens when Walker goes down? And Charbonnet is going to be a top 10 running back in the league. So obviously, we'll get Charbonnet. But do you want to get your...
Spend a lot of fab on him too.
Spend all your fab. Spend the rest of your fab on him.
Yeah, because you can't trade anymore for most leagues. Most leagues you're done trading. So if you have the most fab in your league and you are
leave it in need.
If you're in need of a running back or just any flex position, then just spend the rest of your money on him.
Right.
Yep.
Hey. No. Sorry, my dog's eating the carpet.
Tajay Spears.
What does that sound?
Spears is another good ad. He's at 34.9% owned, which is weird because Keaton Mitchell is also at 34.9% owned. And those are the other two guys that I would go get. Keaton got more opportunities, less points, but he was still getting the raw. He got 9 attempts on the ground and a couple through the air. So he only got you like 4 or 5 points, I think.
That's what we talked about last Thursday. The ground was so slick, man. He slipped like all the guys that were shifty were like slipping all over the place. Like Lamar kept falling down, and that's why Gus Bus, man, he's just like, I'm just gonna run you over. He could stay up straight.
5.1 fantasy points, but he got 8 attempts for 33 on the ground, which is like 4.1. He still looks great, and then one through the air. So 9 total touches, which is up a lot from the game before where he had 13.6 points. He doesn't need a lot, and he has he's getting 1 reception through the air and more go on the ground. So
don't look at the snap splits. He's taking the Justice Hill role. Justice Hill is
done.
It doesn't matter. Justice Hill got snaps last week, but it was all in garbage time because he is the third down back, and that's who they're sending out in garbage time. So don't even look at those snaps as it being a 3-way monster. It's 2 guys. It's Keaton Mitchell and it's Gus Edwards.
And they get the Chargers, who are putrid against everything. So it's at the Chargers, which sucks, but not too bad because going that way across country ain't too bad.
right, exactly. I agree. There's no way, unless Jalen Warren is the exact same conversation we had last week. If Jalen Warren's in your league, get him, but it shouldn't be if you play in stupid leagues if he is.
Again, the same thing that's happening with Charbonnet. If Henry goes down, then Tajay Spears has that role. And he plays, don't they play us this week?
I believe you're right. I believe you're correct.
Which we have a terrible run defense. So even the second running back, the backups have had opportunity to score points on us. He just needs one. We've seen him do it already this year. So in a pinch, Tajay Spears is not a bad play. I lost. What's his fucking name? Charbonnet's starter.
Walker.
Jesus Christ. I lost Walker this week, and I've been trying to get Charbonnet from people, and I couldn't get him. So I am going to be trying to get anybody for my second running back position. So hopefully I can get somebody. It won't be Charbonnet because no one will be giving him away now.
Yeah, there's like really no. I mean, can you think of another back out? Ty Chandler. It looks like he's going to be half and half with Madison.
Decent run.
Yeah. So Ty Johnson. Both the Ty.
Yeah.
Ty Hard too.
Yeah, he's on the Bills. They play a decent run defense this week.
Yeah, but it's Joe Brady, so it's not even the running. It's like he uses pass catching. Both of them, James Cook and Ty Johnson were pass catching.
I hope he's viable because he might be my best bet. And he's like 1% rostered or less, maybe 0.
Yeah.
And he got good run. I just don't know if it's going to happen again. So we'll see.
Yeah. And Kyrie Williams coming back. So Darrell Henderson and Royce Freeman are kick to the curb. Don't need a Momo.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. There's nobody else out there. I mean, maybe Algier. He's on your waiver wire. Might be a decent pickup. But like, it's like those 3 guys, Charbonnet, Spears, and Mitchell, are by far ahead of everyone else that you should be picking up. And if you have first waiver priority and you're not putting it in for Charbonnet, you're
a dummy.
That's losing fantasy. All right, let's move on to wide receivers. This is there's a little bit more up in the air about who should pick up here. Who's your favorite?
Not really. There's a couple guys. I have 2 guys written down, but the one that I'm taking first is got to be Jaden Reed.
Yeah.
He's only 18.7% owned, which is crazy. He now has back-to-back weeks of 19 plus points in PPR, and he's just the favorite child now. He had 5 receptions last week, 4 receptions this week. He got a touchdown last week, and he had let's see, touchdown. Yeah, touchdown this week. So he actually had 3 carries this week, which is crazy.
Yeah. No Aaron Jones, so he's gonna be Deebo Samuel.
Yeah, he had 3 carries for 46 yards and a touchdown, and then 4 receptions for 46 yards, which is strange. But 19.4 and 19.2 the last 2 weeks, and they're going up against Detroit, who you can throw on a little bit. So. It's in division game. I think it'll be a close one.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know if it'll be a close one. I think Detroit wins the game, but I think that there'll be plenty of opportunity for Jaden Reed, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. I'm torn. I don't know who to get. I think I want to say Pop Douglas is my number. I think I want to say Pop Douglas, but Noah Brown missed this past week, and Robert Woods got 8 targets. So Nico got 11, Dell got 10 targets, and Robert Woods got 8. They're going to support 3 receivers, I think, for the rest of the season.
It's crazy.
So Noah Brown's in that conversation too. I think I still went the number 1, the guy that's getting 40% target share. I think I went that guy, so I think I'll go Pop Douglas. But it's close between him and Noah Brown.
Kind of depends on what you need.
Yeah.
And it depends on the matchups. Pop Douglas, they're playing. Who are they playing? Do you know off the top of your head?
No, I don't have it in front of me.
We'll look up Pop Douglas, and I'm going to look up. Actually, we should have this. Noah Brown, I think plays. No, I don't know. Tantalizing podcasting right here.
Yeah.
They get Jacksonville.
Oh yeah, the Patriots got the Giants.
See, that's pretty good. That's tantalizing.
And Jacksonville doesn't have a great pass defense either.
Yeah, and the past 2 outings, Noah Brown though 24.2 and 27.3.
Yeah,
crazy. 6 and 7 receptions on 6 and 8 targets. Yeah, he's efficient too. He's open.
And PFF graded him a top 15 player, wide receiver. Him and Nico Collins are both top 15 wide receivers. Tank Dell, I think, is 23rd or something.
Yeah, I mean, it's wild. He's found a home for sure. Still got the questionable tag. We'll see if he actually plays.
Yeah.
But yeah, both those guys. Yeah, Noah Brown. Is he still under that threshold?
Yeah, I think
40.3. It's wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good call. I think Noah Brown is more of a ceiling play, and Pop Douglas is more of a floor play.
Mm-hmm.
Because Pop is much more of a
I think Jarvis Landry in Miami kind of guy.
Yeah, he's going to be at the line of scrimmage a lot of targets. Noah Brown is more of a field stretcher.
Yeah, and yak guy after the
big yak guy.
And then Romeo Dobbs still not 50% owned. He has 7 touchdowns on the year, man. He is 2 behind Tyreek Hill for the most touchdowns in the league.
That's crazy because his yards are pretty abysmal. I think he had like 24 yards or something like that.
He's the Adam Thielen, and Reed is the, I don't want to say Justin Jefferson, but he's the I'll get you down there, and Romeo Dobbs will get the touchdown.
Yeah. I think that's really it. Those guys are all solid plays, though.
Yeah.
You could literally pick those guys up and put them in your lineup.
Yeah.
No buys this week, which is interesting, because Thanksgiving. But
a guy that and I talked about him a little bit last week. Trey Tucker is a 3rd-round pick this year. He was drafted before like a lot of guys that you think of that Michael Wilson. He was like top of the 3rd round. I think he was like the 7th or somewhere between 7th and 10th wide receiver off the board. He had 7 targets last week. Jacoby Myers had, I think, 5. He's like out targeting Jacoby Myers. And I don't know if that's a forever thing, but he looks he's a burner. I think he has 4.3 something speed.
Oh, wow.
He's super fast and he's really good off the line of scrimmage. You're not playing him soon, but he could
maybe a dynasty guy or
definitely. Oh yeah, if you don't have him, if he's available in dynasty, definitely go get him. I haven't, but I would look at him as a stash because if anybody goes down that Raiders offense between Myers and Adams, he could be a top 20 play.
Interesting.
That's it. There's nobody really else that I can think of.
Yeah. I just had those 2 guys written down.
Yeah.
Scouring.
Oh, Dorchula. The Dorchula. 8 targets. 8 targets. The human Dorch.
Oh, man. And the reason that I am kicking myself the most in this loss is that I just, all morning long and all the night before, I was thinking about playing Ridley. And I was just like, man, the upside is so there. The ceiling is so there, but the floor is so much lower. And then I was just so miserably wrong.
Yeah.
I went for I thought I'd get 10 to 15 from Marquise. And I was like, I don't know if I can survive a 3-point from Ridley. And it was the exact opposite. Jesus Christ, man. Yeah. I guess that's a case of play to win the game. Get the guy out there that you think is going to torch, especially in a desperation mode where I needed to win this game. Yeah, should have gone with my gut there, but there you go. Let's move on to tight ends.
Tight ends. Who do you got?
I'm going to go with Pat Freiermuth, 41.4% owned. He's been off IR. They activated him last game. They just fired Matt Canada.
Hey, finally!
It sucks that a dude lost his job, but he's not adequate to do his job. So, but it'll be interesting to see have they announced who they're elevating? I'm sure they have.
I don't think they have. I mean, they haven't come out with it. No, Schefter hasn't said it.
So hopefully the offense picks up a little bit with him out. And when that happens, Pat Freiermuth is a nice little security blanket. As a guy that has done it before, I like him a lot. Isaiah Likely was probably going to be an ad.
That's what most people will have as Isaiah Likely.
But I think it's likely that he doesn't do as well as Pat Freiermuth. Davis isn't here, so I had to do it. So
I definitely. I don't know. They're both kind of coin flips because you're right. We don't know who the play caller is going to be, and I got to see who they would elevate. I still think it's going to be a somewhat boring offense, but boring offenses like to go to the tight end a lot.
I mean, Isaiah Likely last year was mediocre at best when Andrews went down. So I would rather have this guy that's a more known quantity who's done it before. But they're probably both. They're probably the top two guys.
Yeah, I can't really think of anyone else. I was looking at someone like Njoku. He's 80% owned.
Yeah, he's over.
15 targets. The dude had 15 targets. One that's close, and we talk about him a lot. He's 57% owned. It's Logan Thomas.
Yeah, Logan Thomas.
He had 8 targets. Like they're just that's what I mean. Tight ends.
That's what you're looking for.
It's just they're so up in the air. You have no idea usually, so you just got to go with the opportunity. And those guys are getting opportunity.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, that's what you want for any position, and especially a position like tight end, where you're just hoping for a touchdown or a bunch of catches. If that target share is happening, then you got to scoop those guys up. Logan Thomas is I would probably take Logan Thomas over Isaiah Likely, honestly.
Oh yeah, but he wasn't in the threshold that we.
Yeah, he's like 57%. Yeah. So, but if he's out there, I mean, that's real close.
Yeah, you can go and like you're super desperate. Tanner Hudson, we talked about him last week. Backup quarterbacks usually go to the tight ends pretty often because they're big guys and they can't really see windows very easily, so they go to the big guys. Tommy Trimble had a touchdown. He's getting more involved in that offense. I don't know.
I'm not suggesting any.
But you know what? They still get Tampa twice. So
that is true.
Other than that, I mean, it's just a crapshoot of who you want. I can't think of anyone. I mean, Mayor, whatever. You pretty much know who's good now. Other than the guys that could be on the waivers, like Logan Thomas. Let's move on to quarterback. Anybody that you like matchup wise or?
Yes. Speaking of Tampa Bay, I'm going to go with the guy who's playing against them, Gardner Minshew.
Dude, I was going to say that.
Yeah, 6.6% owned. I knew you were going to do it too. The only other guy that I would get is Baker Mayfield.
Baker is, I swear to God, whoever this guy that came from Seattle who turned his life around has gone and done the same thing to Baker Mayfield.
Yeah.
Baker Mayfield was cooking.
I don't think I've ever come up with a better analogy. I am the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Fantasy football,
yes.
People just go tee off on me or shit the bed with me, and and I always lose. And I think we have the same record. Are they 4-7?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm 4-7. Like I am the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Yeah. Oh my God, it's so infuriating. Oh, it's so bad.
God, man. Yeah, Baker, and he's been lights out. Like he's
great. In he only had 10 fantasy points last week, 10.7 or something like that, and he
2 drops in the end zone.
Exactly. It's a totally different
against the 49ers.
Yes,
he was crushing them. So man, Baker. This guy is a magician, though. Like he's like doing what Jim Harbaugh did to Alex Smith. Like. He just
29 for 45.
Dude, Baker looks unbelievable.
Great, yeah.
Unbelievable. And you think that if he's winning 2 games with under a minute left. 2 games. He's winning the Texans game and he's winning the Falcons game. Like that they should have just closed. The Falcons game especially because there's 28 seconds left or something like that.
Yeah, he's like I'm looking at his yards on the year. How many games do we have left total?
Not
for fantasy.
6. 6 games.
Dude, he's going to push 4,000 yards.
Oh, I think he should smash that.
Yeah, he's at 2389 with 6 games left.
Yeah. He's only that. Oh wow, maybe.
Yeah,
maybe not then.
It'll be close.
It'll be very close. Yeah.
15 to 6 interceptions. He's turned the ball over a little bit too much on touchdown to interception ratio. But his wide receivers, again, we were just talking about it, haven't helped him out sometimes.
They're only 4-6. There's 7 games left.
Because they already had their bye.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. If I would probably. Well, actually, I probably would have found a way to lose that.
Dude, Oh man, the only other person I could think of would be Jordan Love, just because
his floor is pretty high. He's only had one game under 10 fantasy, under double digits.
Yeah.
But he's definitely a floor play. If he wants upside, go Gardner Minshew. If I was looking for waivers and I have to do it next week, I wish it was this week. I would be getting Gardner Minshew 1,000%. As it is next week, the team who plays the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are our Carolina Panthers, and I will not be playing Bryce.
I don't know anybody else. I was going to be silly and say someone like Tommy DeVito, but I'm not going to do that.
Can I say he has 2 touchdowns in this past 2 games, each game? One game he had less than 100 passing yards, but he had 2 touchdowns. So I think he had 13 points in that game, and then he had 22 in this game. So who were they playing? They're playing the Patriots.
The Pats, yeah. I think
the Belichick has that.
Off a bye too. Belichick off a bye. You don't want to play in Belichick off a bye,
but
especially with his job.
Maybe another hilarious DFS play.
Also, who knows what happens with Kenny Pickett? Might as well just pick him up and see what happens. Just stash him because the new offensive coordinator. Why not? You got good talent around you.
Real quick, I didn't look this up, and I should have. What about our hero in Minnesota? Did he?
Dobbs.
Is he under?
I don't know if I want to play that Bears defense right now. Bears defense is looking good.
Yeah. I want to see what his ownership percentage. Okay, he's at 61.3.
Yeah.
So people listen, but also if you played him this week, you were disappointed.
Man, last 5 weeks, 15.3, 22.6, 24.6, 24.4, 16.1. He's not going to lose you a game.
Yeah, even 16.9 against Denver. And that's someone's. Gosh.
Yeah.
He's still QB 8 on the year. Yeah, and of course, I was looking ahead to try and pick him up because I knew I had that week 13 bye, and of course, he is also on a bye in week 13, which is so annoying. Yeah,
there's a lot of people on bye. It's like bye McGinnon on the 13th. I think there's 8 teams on bye or something like that.
It's terrible.
Maybe 6 teams, something like that. Yeah. Yeah. This is pretty lame episode. Just because it's exactly what we told you to do last week, and if you didn't pick them up and they went off, that's on you. We literally said
you listeners.
We literally said Charbonnet is our number 1 pickup last week. We said Jaden Reed is our number 1.
5 weeks we've said Charbonnet.
Yeah, we said Jaden Reed was our number 1 pickup last week. A wide receiver. He went for 19 points. Who did we say last week? We said Hobbs. We said Josh Dobbs, and we had McBride
for you.
And we had McBride. And if you didn't pick up any of those guys, then why are you listening? I don't know what to tell you. We literally told you all these guys to pick up, and they all went off. And
so here's the one: Tajay Spears. Henry has not been looking good, and I'm not forecasting any injury, but it's happened before where he's gone down around this time of year. He's getting older. Got to get his back. If you are an owner of Henry, you have to have Tajay Spears. Go trade for him. Do whatever you got to do, because if that guy gets on the field, he's going to be electric. I think if he's the number 1, that he changes things.
And Carolina does have a great pass defense. The only thing that kills us in passing game is those short outs to think about Jonathan Taylor had 6 catches against us,
and that's what Tajay Spears.
And that's what Tajay Spears does. So I would be. He'll probably be my Foo Fighter this week. I'll probably have him. I don't know.
Over 12 points, something like that.
Yeah, I'll have to look at it a little bit more. I got to look at snap percentages and stuff like that.
I think my Foo Fighter has to be Gardner Minshew.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. It would be too easy for me to say Michael Pittman or somebody like that. So let me.
No, but I mean Gardner Minshew, because he's been up and down. I think he could actually, he's only projected, I think, 13 points.
He's gonna crush that. He's gonna crush that.
Yeah, so I think I'll bank on an over 24 point fighter thing from him.
Yeah, I'd say last week I was like, I could just go the receiver against Tampa Bay every week, but I'm not going to do that. That's too easy.
I think the quarterback is putting yourself a little bit more out there.
Yeah, because you have a backup quarterback that and it's like not like anybody will ever play him. Like I put Brandon Ayuk last week, and it's like, okay, well he's a top 10 play. So of course
I think I'm going to stake my claim now, and so you can remind me when we do Foo Fighter. I'm going to say Gardner Minshew over 20 points.
Okay, I think Tajay Spears will be my guy, but I'm not going to be sold on it yet. Minshew,
just we'll just say that for. I'm pretty sure that's who I'm going to go.
Yeah, I keep looking at it because a big part of me wants to say AJ Dillon too, but
I looked him up. He's 60-something% owned, but just go see if he's available because he's also looked a little bit better as of
also the Aaron Jones and the third string running back are done. They signed James Robinson to the practice squad.
Oh, wow.
And their other guy who's I think undrafted rookie, not Parker, Patrick Taylor. Patrick Taylor will probably be backing up AJ Dillon this week. So,
wow. The ghost of James Robinson and somebody no one's ever heard of.
Yeah. Good luck, Green Bay. Rooting for you.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's they're playing. Wait, who are they playing this week?
They were playing. I just had it. Let me look at it again. They are playing.
I have it right here. Hold on.
The Lions.
Yeah, that's
not a terrible matchup.
Oh, yeah, the Lions' run defense pretty good.
Yeah,
pretty good.
But
they've gotten worse.
Bears ran on them. Yeah, the Bears have run on them pretty well last week.
Yeah, that's true. Well, the Bears also have yeah. Anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, cool. I think that's all we have.
Also,
again, Brandon McManus or not? Yeah, Brandon McManus had 10 points against me. Like every fucking time I get the kicker going off against me, and like my kicker is giving me a middling like 6 to 7 points. It's just like, oh my God. Get them out of this fucking league.
Yeah, just pick them up in the 1 o'clock games like I do, and then they'll just do well.
I think I've fallen back into anger, Alex. I think okay.
Yeah, you can just get Jacoby Myers, and he'll be the best kicker in fantasy. Just when somebody reminds you that you need to pick up a kicker. Jason Myers.
You said Jacoby.
Jason. Oh, did I? Jason Myers.
Yeah.
Jason Myers, the kicker. Myers, the flyer.
The guy I had was a top 10 kicker on the year. I'm just going.
Doesn't matter in fantasy.
Oh God, man!
You got to look at the wind, like the wind, the aerodynamics, like what's going on in the stadium.
Yeah, the
build up angle. Yeah, what the flags are doing. Yeah, that's why I always wait till Sunday so I can look at the flag and see who has the best.
For sure.
Right. Yeah.
Some in-depth analysis right there, Alex.
Yeah. So you can't pick up a kicker on a Tuesday. You got to wait till Sunday so you can see the flags. See the weather report.
Alex,
that's how you do it.
Are we going to record on tomorrow? I guess we're going to have to record tomorrow.
Because we're not doing it on Thanksgiving?
Yeah, we're sure as hell not doing it on Thanksgiving.
Okay. So we're doing it tomorrow. Rankings.
It might come out late. But we'll try and get it out.
Okay, cool.
Well, I guess let's see. There's Sunday. We could do. His confetti fell on his screen again. I don't understand.
I don't understand it either.
What is it, StreamYard? We'll either do one on Friday morning. Do you want to just review these Thursday games real quick, just in case we don't have time?
Sure. Thursday games.
Just do it real quick. Green Bay at Detroit.
I like short week. I kind of like Detroit still.
AJ Dillon can be played for sure. Detroit.
Yeah, Dillon, Reed.
You're playing both your running backs. And yeah, Reed and maybe Dobbs in a pinch.
And man,
I'm not
would
touching
be,
Christian Watson yet. I'm not touching.
Yeah, I'd be willing to start Love because just I think they're going to have to keep up.
He could throw some picks, but yeah. You could.
Yeah.
He's QB 13 on the year. He has a floor that's decent. He's not going to kill you, but he hasn't been crushing like he was at the beginning of the year. So I think you're looking for like 15, 16 points from him, which is
no buys. It's almost like
no buys. You're fine. Yeah.
If you're a Burrow owner, maybe willing to touch him. Hey, Kobe, get off the big.
We can scoot on from that game, probably. I don't think there's anything.
Yeah, you got Laporta, Amon-Ra, both running backs, and Jared Goff because he's at home in the dome.
Yep.
Got Washington Raiders?
Yeah. At the Cowboys.
I'd be nervous pass catchers for.
Yeah, are you trusting your Washington pass catchers?
No. I think you have to play McLaurin.
You have to play McLaurin. I think Logan Thomas might be the guy to play.
8 targets. Man, he's going to get targets.
Yeah, no
Van Der Esch.
Van Der Esch still out? Yeah.
He's out for their season.
I didn't know that.
If you think about it, Tommy Trimble just got a touchdown against this defense.
So I think Logan Thomas is actually a good play. I'll probably have him borderline top 10 start. And like we said, he's available. CD is going to be a monster in this game. You probably play Cook too, Brandon Cooks.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Any pass catcher you can find against the Commanders. Ferguson, Cooks, Lamb.
Dak is going to obliterate this team. He's probably God. He'll probably
that is Cowboys are a well-oiled machine right now. They're hitting on all cylinders. I really like Cowboys moving forward.
Still play. You
got to play him.
Life. Yeah.
Brian Robinson's smash start. They're gonna have to try to slow down the game, get Howell not to commit turnovers early on. Gibson, I doubt that he's gonna be back in 4 days.
Yeah,
4 days. So you're still looking at Chris Rodriguez and Brian Robinson.
Yeah, I think it's Brian Robinson and McLaurin
and Thomas
and
I probably won't play. I think I have to play Howell, but
I think you still play Howell. He's still top 12 at least, probably.
Yeah,
he's going to be gunslinging, man. Even if he turns the ball over 2-3 times, I think they still put up some points. It's just going to be with some turnovers,
Yeah, correct.
I think it could be garbage time is how he gets it,
And it might be sort of a trap game for Dallas because they've just been destroying people. So I don't think they're going to lose, but it might be a kind of.
I will have Howell probably outside of my top 12.
Yeah, it'll. Yeah, I'll have to see who's available.
Everyone's available, so he'll be a fringe starter for me.
Yeah, I'm talking on the waiver wire because I have Howell. So.
Yeah. Go get Trevor Lawrence back.
Yeah, right.
They're playing Houston. It's going to be a shootout, man.
Yeah. I think. I don't know. But Ingram game because Houston sucks against the Titans.
San Francisco.
What's the other game?
Seattle.
Oh, that's the other game.
Seattle. Yeah.
Oh, baby. Yeah, that's gonna be fun.
That's the late game.
Oh, that's gonna be so fun. Oh man, I like that game a lot.
Yeah.
I think it's a Smith and Jigba game. Honestly, though.
Yeah, I mean
Charbonnet, Smith and Jigba.
I mean, yeah, you're probably starting. Is Lockett?
He's still there, but their safety went down. So attacking the middle of the field is kind of where you're going to win. So I don't know. I assume that Warner.
DK's a smash start again. I think he's starting to rev up, and he's keeping that trend of he's getting so many end zone targets. It's crazy, man. And finally, he got one last week, didn't he? Yeah. So
that was a week early.
That regression is coming back to the mean, which is good for him. On the other side of the ball,
Ayuk, Debo, Kittle,
the usual
same guys. Yeah, every year, every week.
Yep.
Every week.
Yeah, I think that's it.
It was pretty easy. Start fit, guys.
Yeah. I think Jackson Smith and Jigba is one that is like an interesting guy that
I like him this week.
You start sneaking into lineups. He should be flex worthy.
Man, he looked great. He looked amazing.
Yeah, it's weird. It's like every year those rookie wide receivers come along at the end.
The catch that he made that looked so easy, the ball was like, I don't know, a yard out of bounds. And he just was like, and he stayed in bounds and it was very like effortless. It looked like very, it really looks awesome. Like he looks great. I think he's great route runner.
He looks talented as fuck. Yeah. That's great.
Good job, Jackson Smith and Jigba.
All right. Well, maybe now that we've done that, we've already told you what to do. So maybe we do Friday.
It won't do it. Yeah, we might just come back Friday. No,
I think Friday is the move since we've already done who to play on Thursday, and we'll preview for the Sunday games on Friday.
Friday.
Yep.
All right, Mason, you want to take it away?
Yep. And as we said, God, man, it really rings true today. At the end of every episode, we say, fuck you, fantasy football. And I'm going to mean it with all of my fucking heart. So here we go.
Fantasy Football Podcast.
Fuck you, fantasy, so hard. Bye now.
I was like, is he going to say it?